Think you might be in perimenopause? Is your hair starting to fall out? Are your periods irregular? Are you sleeping so much that it doesn't matter how much you sleep, you never are fully rested? Do you have experienced weird pain, especially like in your shoulder, maybe even heart palpitations? You think you might be having a heart attack? Oh my gosh. I started going through this in July of 2025, and we thought we had some serious problems. I thought I had dementia. I thought I was having maybe a possible heart attack, even though my blood work was fine. I started just getting all kinds of crazy things in my body, and I'm a healthy individual. Well, they were all signs of perimenopause that I didn't understand was really going on, and actually my doctor really didn't either. So let's talk about it today. Hi, I'm Amber, and I am Salt and Steel. Sorry. I'm an outdoor girl who is now in perimenopause. Who's in perimenopause? We're victims of perimenopause. So today I just wanted to talk about some signs. I'm actually got into a really good conversation with someone at work today about her going into perimenopause. She was telling me about all kinds of things she's got going on. Her doctor wants to run all these tests, and they might think it's this and they might think it's that. I'm like, how old are you? And she's like, I'm like 36. I go, girl, you're perimenopause. Welcome to the club. We're all here now. So, I'm not a doctor. I am just someone who is in this arena. I'm in early perimenopause, and it all started for me in July of 2025. And one of the main symptoms that I started to have, which if you're experiencing this, it's part of early perimenopause, is you cannot get enough sleep. You feel like you're on a hangover every single day. You feel like you get up and it's like, do people think I'm drunk and hungover like I partied the night before? Because I just slept 8 solid hours and I'm still tired. I cannot get enough sleep. I had an incident that happened that I don't know if it ever was really correlated or related, but whatever it was, I think my body was at a vulnerable state, and this insect bite happened and it threw me into perimenopause pretty quick. I was not experiencing much before. I went from nothing to, holy crap, I cannot look at a carb and not put on weight. My intermittent fasting that I've been doing for over 10 years is not working. I eat healthy and I'm still gaining weight. My hair is starting to thin. And mind you, yes, it's graying, but that is not perimenopause. That's just aging. But just the fatigue. I got irregular cycles for the first time in my life. Now, for me, irregular cycles was not an issue with me. I never had an irregular cycle. For some women, that's all they've ever known since they started their menstrual cycle for all their years. But for me, that was an abnormality. And I didn't know. And for the first time, I really had to take a pregnancy test because I thought I could be pregnant at 48 or 47 at the time. And so it was a little bit unnerving. But the long and short of it is even though I'm not a medical professional in this field, I have a background in health, and I am still a nationally registered EMT, and I have a master's in health and wellness from many, many years ago, and it is a passion of mine. I'm always trying to figure out what I can do with natural health to fix it. And when I started getting these signs and symptoms, the unusual weight gain, I have not, but I know people that have experienced the facial hair issue, maybe a little extra facial hair, like white hairs on my face, but I know other women are experiencing the darker hairs. Where are they coming from? Why are they here? My periods are all messed up. I don't know what's right or what's wrong. I've even experienced heart palpitations. That is a sign of perimenopause. That is very unusual, especially in a healthy individual. If you're having your blood work done on a regular basis and you've never had any signs or symptoms. Chest pain, I got it between my shoulder blades, is a sign and symptom of perimenopause. There are a lot of other signs, but if you're starting to experience some of these things, even as early as your early 30s, you could be entering early perimenopause. And the difference between early perimenopause and actual menopause is the whole transition of you're in full menopause when you have gone 12 consecutive months without a cycle. You can go have a cycle, you can go without a cycle, say 10 months. And in the 11th month, you get your cycle, you have to start all over with tracking your cycle. You're not in menopause. You're still in, more than likely, the late stages of perimenopause. I can only speak from early perimenopause because that's where I am right now. And I'm on a journey to get rid of the brain fog, to manage my weight, lose some weight, to get my body knowing that we're going from the reproductive system that God gave us to bear children to shutting and retiring that system down and moving over to our adrenals. It's a hormone shift that's going on in our body. So reproductive system's trying to retire and bring in the adrenals to take over. And it is a battle. So I am here on this journey with you. Like I said, I'm going to do content that is what's working for me. I know there's going to be a lot of shifting and pivoting. I can tell you right now that with my signs and symptoms, the two changes I tried first and nothing else is I got on magnesium glycinate, which is magnesium glycinate. The bi part is just more of a scientific term to make it sound more professional, I guess, or more of a quality product. I got on that twice a day. I have also been on ashwagandha twice a day. So as we embellish on this journey together, you're going to experience signs and symptoms of things as they kind of come and go. I think the biggest thing is don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you're crazy, because I'm telling you, the brain fog and the cognitive issues that I was experiencing almost a year ago really question of whether I had dementia. Maybe I was developing Alzheimer's. I think the worst part about it is when you're a sharp individual and you're a go-getter and you're on top of things, when that starts to get in question in your thought processes and you're forgetting things and you're questioning things. Did I turn off the stove? Where did I put my keys? Where is my phone? Did I do this task at work? I'm not sure if I really did. Did I go to the grocery store? Did I remember everything? It's frustrating and it's difficult, and it really takes a hit to your ego. You start to question yourself and you wonder if people are seeing it, and then you're wondering if people are seeing it but they're just not saying anything because they don't want to embarrass you or make you feel uncomfortable. But this is perimenopause, and the signs and symptoms can sneak up on you. With me, they kind of crashed into me with that incident that I had. I think, when I was in my early 30s, I remember having a conversation with my nurse practitioner, and she said, you're in perimenopause. And I just got offended. I go, what are you talking about, perimenopause? And she said, listen, your body has been already shifting to go to the menopause phase since you were in your mid-20s. It's just something that your body starts doing, whether you recognize it or not. You may not have any signs or symptoms right now, but just be aware you will have signs and symptoms. But and I just thought that was craziness. I'm like, don't tell me I'm in perimenopause when I'm 33 years old. That's ludicrous, And then women are experiencing it as early as the early 30s. So just understand your estrogen is going up, it's going down, your cortisol is moving around, your progesterone is all over the place, and your body's trying to figure out how it's supposed to stop a function over here and transition to over here. And in that midst, your body goes through a literal hell and wreaks havoc on your brain and everything else that's going on. But there is hope. And this journey, like I said, we're going to do it together. We got like 10 years or more. Who even knows? I'm in early perimenopause, and there's no reason to go have a blood test and things, on the hormones. We know it's happening. But if I was interested in hormone replacement therapy, which I'm not at this time, I would be probably monitoring my blood work and trying to figure out a path. But I am going to go as natural as I can go, because I do understand that once I would do a hormone therapy, there's a good chance that my body will always have to have it, and my body truly will shut it all down, maybe a little bit too early, and not produce the hormones anymore for my body. So in the meantime, I'm trying some things. I've shifted to the 2 supplements. In the last 2 days, I have shut down my intermittent fasting for the first time in 10 years. And I'm telling you, that'll be another video, because that was very hard for me to make a decision of. But when the pain for me of not being able to manage my weight, meaning I can wake up in the morning and by the afternoon, my weight has already fluctuated 3 to 4 pounds. I am seeing fluctuations in my weight right now in 3 to 4 pounds. That is absolutely insane. That's twice as much or more than what I'm used to with my normal self. And not being able to, my clothes not fitting right, and me looking at a carb, I'm a carbophobe, you know, now, because I look at a carb and it goes on and I don't know how to manage it. But now my old tactics, my old weight management style, which was very good for my body, God blessed it. Intermittent fasting worked for me. My fat, protein, and carb formula that I used to teach worked fabulous for me for so long. Well, guess what? It's not working anymore because my body's changing, and I've had to realize that I have to shift and pivot with it. So the brief summary of what I'm started in the last couple days is I've upped my protein quite a bit. I'm eating 2 and 3 times a day, which in my experience is exhausting. I don't like it. I'm not used to it. I don't like it. But I'm finding results pretty fast already. Mind you, it's only been 2 going on 3 days of what I'm changing, but we'll get into another video of that. This video is, what are the signs and symptoms that you are experiencing with perimenopause? Are you fatigued? Is your menstrual cycle all messed up? Do you have these phantom pains that are going around? Do you get a little itching in your ears? Do you get this weird shoulder lockup thing going on? Are you having heart palpitations? Are you waking up in the middle of the night and you are sweating, having hot flashes? I did get that. I have gotten that. I haven't gotten it in a while. You feel like you may have a fever and you need to go to the doctor. You might, like I did, I got bit by an insect, and here we think I could have Lyme disease, but I could have just had a hot flash. Yeah. But you don't know because it was all happening at the same time. And the other thing about it is you know, I had the pain between my shoulder blades, and immediately they brought out the EKG in the doctor's office, did an EKG, and it was perfectly fine. It's perimenopause, people. That's what's going on. So like I said, let's do this journey together. We're in perimenopause. It's like going to maybe a addiction meeting. We're going to have to be addicted to perimenopause for a while. So we might as well say, hi, my name is Amber, and I'm in perimenopause, but I'm not alone, and you're not alone. So subscribe and stay tuned and follow, and let's just see where this adventure takes us. All right, we'll see you on the next video.